Okay, so imagine this. You're sitting down, right, with someone who's basically gone through all the financial news and reports out there, pulled out all the really important stuff, and is about to tell you exactly what you need to know to manage your wealth going forward into 2025. That's kind of what we're doing today. We're focusing on the trends and insights that matter most to you. As an individual investor, let's talk about what's happening in the world of wealth management. It's not just about picking stocks anymore. Like affluent investors, right? They're looking for a more holistic approach to managing their wealth. And that's something I think we can all learn from. One of the biggest shifts we're seeing, I think, is this demand for personalized advice. It's not a one-size-fits-all world anymore. Investors want advice that's tailored to their specific goals, their risk tolerance, even their values these days. This could mean anything from sustainable investing to focusing on specific sectors, ones that you're passionate about. And guess what?
A huge 23% of affluent investors say personalized advice is their top priority. That tells us, I think, that a lot of people are realizing that those cookie cutter solutions, they don't cut it anymore. They want a plan that's, as unique as they are. Another interesting trend is this growing interest in alternative investments. Think beyond the usual stocks and bonds, or we're talking about things like private equity, where you invest directly in companies, real estate, which can provide that steady income, and even digital assets like cryptocurrencies. Although those can be they can be a little riskier, but 19% of affluent investors are looking into these alternative investments. They're seeking those potentially higher returns and diversification, especially I think in a world where traditional investments might not be performing as well as they used to. But with all these with all these new opportunities, it's even more important to find a wealth manager you can really trust. 25% of investors, they said a wealth manager's track record is the most important factor for them when it comes to choosing who to work with, right? They want to see a proven history of success, especially during those turbulent times in the market. It's not just about flashy promises anymore. You know what I mean? It's about showing tangible results, real results. Reputation matters too. Investors, they're attracted to these wealth management firms with a solid name, a long-standing presence in the industry. It's about building that brand recognition, that trust, the kind of trust that makes investors feel secure. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I get it. Personalized advice, alternative investments, trust. Yeah, all important. But what about actually managing my money? Like, what about the nuts and bolts? Well, this is where things get really interesting. We're seeing a shift away from that traditional either approach. Self-directed investing versus handing everything over to a professional. More and more investors are adopting what we call a hybrid approach. This basically means they're taking charge of certain aspects of their finances, right, while still seeking out expert guidance for other parts. For example, they might feel comfortable managing their day-to-day investments, but then rely on an advisor for those really big decisions like retirement planning or estate planning. And it's not just about what you manage, right? It's about how often you're interacting with your advisor. The report showed that about half of investors prefer like regular scheduled reviews, right? While others, they only reach out when they need something very specific. Younger clients, they tend to prefer less frequent check-ins, maybe quarterly versus monthly. It's all about finding that right balance and communication style that works for you, for your individual needs. Another trend that's gaining some traction is this advisory AUM model. AUM stands for assets under management.
And in this model, the advisor's fees, they're based on a percentage of the assets they manage for you, right? So their success is like directly tied to your success. This approach really emphasizes personalized advice and a long-term partnership.
Yeah.
There's a strong incentive for them to help you reach your financial goals because their own success is tied to it, right?
Stay curious. Yeah. The world of finance, it's constantly evolving, right? There are always new investment opportunities emerging. Keep learning, keep exploring, and don't be afraid to ask questions. If you don't understand something, ask. Remember, even though a lot of these affluent investors are generally optimistic about the future, about the long term, they still have concerns about that short-term volatility. And I think this really underscores the importance of having a strategic partner by your side, someone who can kind of help you weather those storms, those ups and downs, help you make those informed decisions. So whether you're a seasoned investor, you've been doing this for a while, or or you're just starting out, remember, knowledge is power.
Take the time to, to educate yourself about those different investment options out there. Explore new strategies. Find a financial advisor who really understands your goals, understands your values. Remember, your financial journey, it's unique. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. So take charge, stay informed, and build a financial future that's as bright and prosperous as you deserve.